Dr. Dolittle. It's 1937. Dr. Dolittle lives in a little English town called Puddleby.
Dr. Dolittle is very intelligent but is a strange man.
Dr. Dolittle, the animals make your house messy and dirty.
This is true, but Dr. Dolittle never listens to his sister.
Ouch! What was that?
The old lady is angry, and she never comes to see Dr. Dolittle again. 3 days later, a mother with 4 children comes to see Dr. Dolittle.
The cow eats the flour.
John, the people they don't want to see all these animals in your house. Your patients are leaving you and finding other doctors. Do you want to be poor?
No, my dear. The animals must stay.
Dr. Dolittle is playing in the garden with Cheche, his monkey, and Lab, his dog.
Why can't you fly?
20 minutes later, Dr. Dolittle was still lying on the ground. From far away, he hears voices and begs to wake up. His head hurts. Suddenly, Dr. Dolittle he feels something cold and wet on his body. Then he hears the voices again. Cheche and Lad they were talking, and Dr. Dolittle he understands their language.
I understand the language the animals.
The doctor goes to bed and tries to sleep but he can't. He hears little voices. It's the mice.
I can't sleep, the mice is joking.
He puts the pillow over his heart, so he can't hear any more voices. Soon, he's asleep.
They got a problem, Fred. I haven't got any money. I can't pay my bills. The bank wants to take my house from me.
Oh, dear. Don't worry, John. You can come and live with me.
Doctor, please help me.
Can you hear that? The bird sounds? Yes, I can hear them. Where are they coming from?
It's me.
Yes, I look it.
Doctor, please, help me.
This bird looks terrible.
I'm hungry but I can't eat.
Open your mouth, I want to see.
The bird opens its mouth and Dr. Dolittle pulls a fishbone from inside it.
Oh, thank you very much, Doctor. But I need some food. I'm very hungry.
Dr. Dolittle brings the bird some bread and water.
Why are you talking to a bird?
Because the bird is talking to me. Can't you hear?
No, I can't understand.
Thank you, Dr. Dolittle.
The bird flies away happily. Fred is very worried about his friend.
John, what's happening? Are you crazy?
No, Fred, I'm not crazy. I must tell you something important. I know this sounds strange but I can talk to animals, and they can talk to me.
John, that's fantastic. You can stop being a people's doctor and become an animal doctor.
A vet.
Says Cheche.
I've got a problem, doctor. My tummy hurts, and jumping from tree to tree makes me very tired.
That's because you eat a lot of biscuits and bananas and you are fat.
Then, he returns and takes Cheche's bananas.
I'm sorry, but you must exercise, and stop eating all the time. Fred, there are many vets in Puddleby. They don't need another one.
Yes, but the other vets can't talk to the animals. You can understand their problems and help them. Don't you want to help the animals?
Yes, of course I want to help them. I love them.
Then you can pay all your bills and keep your house.
The next day, a squirrel comes into Dr. Dolittle's garden.
Good morning, doctor. I hear you are a great vet. Please help me. I'm very sick. I've got spots on my body.
What do you like eating?
Nuts. I love them.
Maybe you are allergic to nuts. Don't eat them again.
An hour later, the squirrel is well again. He thanks Dr. Dolittle, goes back to the forest and tells his friend. The story travels fast, and Dr. Dolittle becomes even more popular. It's lunchtime and Dr. Dolittle is at home. There's a donkey, he has his meal and he washes the spider with 7 legs and 2 chickens. Dr. Dolittle calls the animals into his office one by one and help them. Finally, at 11:30 p.m., he sees his last patient, a donkey with an eye infection. He gives the medicine. Then, Dr. Dolittle goes to bed. He's very tired but very happy. Dr. Dolittle becomes a very popular vet in town. Now he's got a lot of money and can keep his house. The neighbors aren't very happy about this. One day, a crocodile with toothache comes to see him because it's suffering. Dr. Dolittle removes the bad tooth.
I must check your mouth every day for a week. So don't go home. You can stay in my garden.
The next day, a lady brings her sick dog, but she sees the crocodile and runs away. Soon, people in Puddleby hear about the crocodile in Dr. Dolittle's garden, and they stop coming, because they're afraid.
John, the crocodile, it's the ferocious animal.
Who? Corky? No. He's timid and sweet. Corky doesn't want to attack anybody.
Dr. Dolittle hasn't got sufficient money for food. He and his pets become hungry. The animals try to help him. They sell lemonade at his house, but the money is not sufficient to buy food for all the animals. After a month, a man from the bank visits Dr. Dolittle.
This is your last night at home. The bank is planning to take your house tomorrow.
Dr. Dolittle, help us. You must come to Africa. Please.
Africa? What is the problem in Africa?
There's a war there, and terrible battles are happening. Many animals are hurt.
Oh, no. That's terrible. We must leave immediately.
Dr. Dolittle begins to pack a suitcase. Just then, Sarah visits and sees the suitcase.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Africa. The animals need me there.
But it costs a lot of money to travel to Africa.
Yes, but Captain Dan is my friend. I can travel on his boat for free. He told me that.
Oh, now I know you're crazy.
But Dr. Dolittle never listens to his sister. He only listens to his heart. So the next day, he leaves with Lap and Chechek on Captain Dan's boat for Africa.
The fields are very green and full of trees, birds and butterflies. And oh, there's a lot of delicious fruit. I love Africa.
But then he hears a terrible sound. A buffalo is fighting with a rhinoceros. The rhino is hurt and there's blood on its back.
Stop it immediately. Can't you see he's hurt?
The buffalo stops and looks at Dr. Dolittle, amazed.
Who is this human? How can he speak the language of the animals?
Dr. Dolittle puts a bandage on the rhino's back.
Now, you must rest and no more fighting.
But then Dr. Dolittle hears more terrible sounds. All the animals in the jungle are fighting. It's terrible. Many animals are hurt, hungry and ill. Dr. Dolittle tries to help them. But after 1 week, his animal hospital is full and he hasn't got time to help all the animals.
Why are they fighting?
It's because of our leader, the Push-Me-Pulley-Oo. He's a very unusual animal, with 2 heads, but no tail. Push-Me has got stripes on his head, and Pulley-Oo has got spots.
Suddenly, the doctor hears a strange noise behind him. Huge 2-headed creature pushing and pulling itself. Its eyes are red, and one head is trying to attack the other. Dr. Dolittle and Chechek run and hide behind a tree. Finally, the strange creature leaves. Dr. Dolittle doesn't sleep that night. He can't stop thinking about the war. Dr. Dolittle is still living in Africa with his friends, the animals. He isn't rich, and he hasn't got a magnificent house, or a big car. But he's got many friends, lots of fruit. Dr. Dolittle receives the letter. He says, "Jen, please come to Africa again."
No, I prefer stay here with me animals.
The next morning, Dr. Dolittle wakes up early.
Chi-Chi, I've got a plan. I know to stop the war.
The doctor and Chechek, they bought some paints. Then, they want for the night. All the animals are sleeping. They paint spots on some, and stips on others, using many different colors. They paint all night. In the morning all the animals wake up and they have stips and spots. All the animals are confused, including the terrible Push-Me-Pulley-Oo. But after all the animals laugh. The animals are all happy. This is the end of the war. They celebrate with a big party.
I'm very happy in Africa.